The sun woke up for you this day to honor you and those who walked this journey with you. Sharing every teardrop and every smile along the way. To stand here today, strong and proud. Welcome, TSIBA graduates.
Molweni, good morning, goeiemorgen, and that is as far as I can go, fortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. Welcome to the 2022 TSIBA Graduation Ceremony. Now nice. I think you can make yourself visible a bit more. I think you can make yourselves, yeah. We have arrived. Now, before we begin, please make sure that all your cell phones are on silent, of course, and ensure that you keep your masks on during the ceremony. Now, my name is Ziyeka Umamzondi Usampu Tambelenyoka Hlabelimzondayo. And I will be your program director today, and I'm so proud as a TSIBA alumnus, and I'm very honored to be with you today. Members of the board, trustees, and staff, honorary speakers Christopher Holder and Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman, TSIBA partners, donors, volunteers, mentors, families and friends, students, and of course, the guests of honor, the graduandi, we would like to welcome you officially. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the academic precision and our academic dean, Dr. Peter Ayuk, to constitute the 2022 TSIBA graduation ceremony.
Assembly, duly constituted convocation of TSIBA Education, the award of higher certificate.
Welcome all once again. So welcome to TSIBA's 14th annual graduation ceremony. This event is definitely the highlight of our year. And so in the spirit of TSIBA, I would like to request that you join us for a moment of silence as we reflect on our journey that has led us to this momentous occasion. Now, while we do this, let us remember our trials and tribulations and what we have overcome to be here today. Please stand and let's have a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. Dear graduandee, this is directly for you. Now, with graduation, there is the joy of having completed many of your goals. You have accomplished much of what you've set out to do. And yet, in your genuine sense, you are now at a place of a new beginning once again. Now, perhaps even with a bit of apprehension, of course, as you set out on a new and fresh journey, you might be launching into studying further or entering a new phase in your career. Now, the one thing that we actually hope for is that many doors will be opened to you, and that you will actually open many doors for others as well. Now, before we carry on, let us make sure everyone knows what the true TSIBA spirit sounds. So, ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a round of applause. Now, as proud as we are of TSIBA, our fellow students and graduandee, we know none of this would have been possible without the contribution and support from all our donors, parents, guardians, and everyone who shares our vision to challenge the status quo of business education through a values-based approach to teaching and learning in a changing world, as we know. And we continue to invest in purpose-driven humans and emerging businesses who lead social change. Now, we would like to welcome TSIBA's board chair and founder, Gia Whitehead, to give the opening address. Now, Gia is a co-founder and board chair who pioneers TSIBA's fundraising and sustainability initiatives from the beginning and conceptualized TSIBA's entrepreneurship curriculum.
Welcome again, graduation. Our most prestigious and memorable event. It is an honor to be here. Since we started in 2004, TSIBA has worked to enable social justice and a bright future for young people by providing access to education with unique offerings in business, entrepreneurship, leadership, social engagement, and the discovery of purpose, which has always underpinned our work. TSIBA has invested significantly over the past few years towards creating an aspirational higher education institution with relevant and long-term sustainability. The continued growth of our student applications and numbers is a testament to the success of TSIBA as a desirable tertiary higher education. I am proud to participate in steering TSIBA powerfully in our 18th year of operation and towards our 3rd decade of consistent growth. As we move forward, TSIBA takes with it strong relationships from our unstinting stakeholders who continue to go above and beyond to build the institution that is today. Thank you to everyone. As I reflect on what you, graduanda, have achieved, the strongest motivation is witnessing you all persevere, dedicated hard work over the years, flourish, fly, and how you and your families burst with pride as you graduate and take on the world of work, impacting not only you and your families, but your broader community too. Graduanda, I'm so proud of you and all your accomplishments today. Celebrate you. You have met this challenge your new challenge, continue to extend and stretch your abilities. We are only beginning, and I look forward to being part of your journeys. I'll leave you with some words. Behind you, all your memories. Before you, all your dreams. Around you, all who love you. And within you, all you need.
Thank you, Gia. Within you, all you need, indeed. Our next speaker is Christopher. He was born in Tassel in 1958 and educated in England. Now, his career started in banking. However, Christopher transitioned to a career in real estate. He retired from this in 2017 to pursue his true passion, philanthropy. Now, 12 years ago, to honor the memory of his late mother and sister, Christopher established two charities, Maria Marina Foundation and the Maria Holder Memorial Trust. Christopher continues to preside over both organizations and guides their philanthropic work, tackling education and social care issues across the UK, South Africa, South America, and the Caribbean.
That came about quicker than I thought. Good morning, graduates, wings. Great. You are South Africans' future leaders who will carry this beauty forward. As you embark on this new chapter, I know you will be bold, confident, agile, and relentless. Also be equal and driven. Before I go on, may I say congratulations on nearly successfully graduating TSIBA's outstanding business school. It is a massive achievement. I know for many of you, the road to this moment has had its ups and downs, faced many challenges, but through your own resolve and determination, have made it. Proud parents, family. This is not the end of your journey by any means, just the beginning. So I would like to share with you some lessons I have learned through my own life, career, and hope some of what I say might inspire. And born in Switzerland, as you heard, educated on the Isle of Wight, a little island to the south of England, left school at the tender age of 16. What I didn't realize while I was at school was just how important friendships that I made were. Today, many of my closest and most trusted friends are those that I made at school. I wish this for you. I hope that the bonds that you have formed at sea will live on. When leaving school, my dream at the time was to join the police force, SAPS as you call it here. However, I somehow found myself in the banking industry of London. I was focused and determined, and gradually moved through the ranks. Many say I was a born entrepreneur, an example being that I used my lunch breaks to sell my colleagues life insurance. I made more through commission than my salary from the bank. The tragic and unexpected death of my dear sister Marina, Barbados in 1983, cut my banking career short. I needed to spend time to console my mother, Maria. When I returned to the UK, a very dear friend of mine offered me the opportunity to work with him with a sales and marketing company. And so a new career blossomed. I was able to apply many of the skills I had gained in the city to my advantage. The success of that business. Today, still. My career had many twists and turns, ups and downs. I don't want to go into this unless, of course, you want me to. Please don't. Eventually, however, after a very successful career in property development and estate agency, I had the means and life experience, at least I believed I had, to retire and pursue my true passion. Why I'm standing in front of you, and what an honour. Philanthropy, as I'm sure you are aware, is, and I quote, the desire to promote the welfare of others, expressed especially by the generous donation of money, good causes. TSIBA is certainly. My philanthropic drive, I suspect, stems from my family motto, while I breathe, I hope. This is a motto that goes back at least 5 generations. To achieve what I have required open-mindedness, and particular a willingness to embrace opportunities as they presented themselves. Required me to keep learning, which still continues today. What is my first message to you? Never give up, thirst for knowledge. I know that you have this thirst. Without it, wouldn't be. This appreciation for education was instilled in me by my mother. Those who may have looked at the website of Maria Marina Foundation would know my mother's quote. Can anybody tell me what it was? Ready? Without education, you have nothing. Exactly right. Works for me. Good call, Caroline. Exactly right. You look back in history through oppression and conflict. Many have lost everything, but due to the foundation of education, they've been able to rebuild their lives. Indeed, the great man himself, Nelson Mandela, shared my mother's view. His words, education, powerful weapon used to change the world. The sad fact is, however, that there are over 200 million children, young people. Million children and young people in the world today who are not. This is a horrific and unacceptable figure. Is why education is one of the foundation's core sectors and why supported organisation TSIBA. Alongside TSIBA, the foundation has supported a number of education projects in South Africa, America and Europe, aiming to increase access to and the quality of education. This is also an area I support through my private philanthropy, where I fund scholarships for young people to show the potential and desire being very, very. I cannot reach 250 million children. Nobody can. But I'm doing my bit. I hope that one day you might find the way to give back, rather pay it forward. Do your bit. My next message to you is to be passionate. Identify what matters to you. Identify what will make you want to get up every morning and have the courage to. Passion is the feeling of fulfillment and motivation. It will drive you to continue to work to achieve your goals, even when you face challenges, unexpected setbacks. Again, to quote the great man Mandela, said, everyone could rise above their circumstances, achieve success, if they are dedicated and passionate about what they do. Furthermore, I would encourage you, I urge you to challenge your passions and fight for what you believe in. The world is facing so many challenges, from pandemics, economic uncertainty, wars, corruption, and last but by no means least, climate change, which is undoubtedly the greatest threat facing us all. Positioned within the era of ever-shifting external factors, as our future leaders, you will need to have a strong inner axis, sharp clarity of your personal values. It is in your hands to change the world. The young man leaving school, I remember being incredibly inspired by the South African youth of 1976, long before most of you in this room were born. who caught the attention of the world as they stood firm against the tyranny of apartheid. They fought for a more just society. And these courageous young South Africans showed the world when people are brave and determined, and crucially, when they work together, can make, do make. During several trips to Johannesburg, I visited the Apartheid Museum was very moved by the experience. I've also visited Robben Island on a number of occasions, which brought home what Nelson Mandela endured during his 18 years of incarceration. If you haven't already, I would encourage all of you to do likewise. This will hopefully inspire you to be leaders in driving change, making the world a better place. And please, whether succeeding or failing, do not stop. As Winston Churchill once said, success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue. And remember, pencils have rubbers because we all make mistakes. Before I leave you today, I would like to share with you part of a graduation speech made by Admiral William McRaven at the University of Texas. It's considered one of the best commencement speeches and is something I've used on a number of times, including with my staff, children and grandchildren. I would encourage you to watch it, about 19 minutes, and his opening remarks were, "You make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride. It will encourage you to do another task, another. By the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. So if you want to change the world, start off making your bed." It wasn't mine, it was his, but I like it. I hope this leaves you as much, I hope this leaves as much as an impression on you as it did on me. And finally, graduates in the wing of 2022, let me leave you with the following. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. I hope I did well. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Christopher. You sure did. In a world filled with trials and tribulations and uncertainties, I think it's very important for us to be inspired to continue to pay it forward. So thank you for reminding us of that, Christopher. So I would like to welcome to the podium TSIBA CEO, Dr. Rudy Kimi, to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Halala TSIBA halala. Halala TSIBA halala. You look absolutely resplendent in your gowns. Madam Chair, dear founder of TSIBA, our guest speaker, Christopher Holden, our donors, mentors, all the families and friends watching on the YouTube channel, and most of all, my colleagues, staff, and then obviously the honored guest today, our graduandi. It is my absolute great pleasure on behalf of the TSIBA executive to welcome you to this auspicious event, which is your graduation. Congratulations, congratulations, and more congratulations. You have survived. You have survived COVID and you have thrived. It's roughly 2 years ago, on the 26th of March in 2020, that South Africa went into its first lockdown. And I'm sure that as you are sitting here, many of you can remember the uncertainty and the fear that like a fog spread through this nation. We were dealing with an unseen threat. Our academic program was disrupted, and TSIBA was faced with two challenges: to live or to learn. Fortunately, we achieved both. We achieved both because of our resilience, because of our innovation, because of our inspiration, because of our collaboration, and because of the fact that we had a purpose to ensure that through education, we can fix this broken land of ours. For those of you who have lost loved ones, you honor their legacy by sitting here today on your graduation day. But as our guest speaker mentioned, we are living in a dynamic world, a world of incredible change. Since you wrote your last exam in November 2021, we had the Omicron third wave. Our peace icon, the late Emeritus Archbishop Desmond Tutu, passed away. And on the world stage, we are facing another global crisis, the Russian invasion of the Ukraine. How this will unfold, no one really knows. So coping with change requires awareness. It requires that we understand our capacity to deal with change and our ability to be agile and adaptable. Therefore, education is more than book learning. It is about how to live in the world. The late Albert Einstein, a brilliant physicist and an astute social commentator, once defined education as, and I quote, "What remains once we have forgotten everything we learned at school?" Education is what remains once we have forgotten everything we learned at school. Einstein understood the value of true education, education that transcends rote and book learning, education that presents its value in how to live to create a better world. So when the glow of today's graduation fades, and as you face towards the future, I would like you to do 4 things. The first thing that I think you need to do is to acknowledge and show gratitude to those who assisted you. We are all part of communities, and success and sustainability depends on the support of others, families, our friends, donors, role models, mentors. Secondly, it's not your degree that matters. It is what you do with your degree. When you face the future, you will now join thousands of young graduates, all competing for a scarce resource. And that scarce resource are the jobs in a shrinking economy. Therefore, you cannot afford to be ordinary. The new world demands of you to be excellent, to be innovative, to be competent, and to be resilient. Each of you is a brand, and you need to manifest that brand. You need to protect its integrity through your competence and through your behavior. The third thing I'd like you to do, and it was mentioned earlier, is to pay it forward. The secret to sustainability and wealth is to share. In the same way that the sun shares its warmth and trees share their fruit, you are here because someone shared something with you. A donor shared their wealth. A philanthropist stepped forward. And that responsibility, that baton, now passes on to you. And last but not least, become active agents for change. The world is potentially a dark place, but it is people like you and our donors and people like the late Mandela, who have kept the light of learning, who've kept hope alive. The coronavirus pandemic made us realize that we need to change our actions and our lifestyle habits. More empathy, compassion, and respect for the planet will ensure a more sustainable world. So in closing, today's graduation is possible because of your capability to learn. And sometimes the best learning comes from crises. So as you step into the future, you will encounter many crises along the way. Learn from these, build your resilience, and realize that in the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rudy. So I would like for us to now focus our attention onto the screen for a special message from Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman, the founder of the Gift of the Givers Foundation, the largest disaster response, non-governmental organization of African origin on the African continent.
Good morning, students of TSIBA Business School. To you and your family, the greatest of congratulations. This is indeed a great day in your educational life, a great day in the life of your parents and grandparents who sacrificed for you to achieve what you've achieved today. In your further progress and in your achievements and in your passing forward, please don't forget where you come from. The difficulty the pensioned father and mother had to support you, to put you to school, to put you to varsity. And when you achieve your successes, always go back to where you started. I'll give you the story of a child in Pedi, in the Eastern Cape. A mother comes and collects a food parcel. She takes the food parcel and she says, "Thank you very much." It's during COVID-19. She says, "Speak to my children. They will tell you the taste of every plant in this area. My children have been eating plants." Dear friends and students, we need to reverse that in our country. We need to go back and give back to our children and to our families. We see the children coming in the dumps, waiting for the dump truck. And when the dump truck offloads the food and the leftover expired items, small children run to eat that food from a peanut butter bottle, from a jam tin. This is the difficulty which we as students, as society, have to reverse. I want to go back to where my life started in Gift of the Givers. I met a spiritual teacher on the 6th of August 1992, on a Thursday night. At 10 p.m., he tells me in fluent Turkish, and I don't speak a word of Turkish, but I understood every single word that he said. This is spiritual. He says to me, "My son, I am not asking you. I'm instructing you to form an organization. The name in Arabic will be Waqful Waqifin. Translated, it means Gift of the Givers. You will serve all people of all races, all religions, all colors, all classes, all cultures, of any geographical location and of any political affiliation, but you will serve them unconditionally. You will expect nothing in return, not even a thank you. This is an instruction for the rest of your life. Serve people with love, kindness, compassion, and mercy, and remember the dignity of man is foremost. So if someone is down in the ground, don't push them down further. Let's use our skill, our learning to elevate people, to wipe the tear of a grieving child, to caress the head of an orphan, to say words of good counsel to a widow. These things are free. They don't cost anything. Feed the naked, feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and provide water to the thirsty. And in everything that you do, be the best at what you do, because you're dealing with human life, human emotion, and human dignity. The teacher went on to say, my son, that whatever you do is done through you and not by you. Dear students, God has given you a gift. He's given you a blessing. He's given you a skill. It's not of your own accord. Don't let arrogance and ego ever get into your soul. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, and your fellow students. And together hold hands and serve this country, serve our society, serve our nation, because everyone needs us. All the best in your futures, and may God bless you all.
So even in Dr. Imtiaz's physical absence, I think we all felt the power in that speech. And I think the one thing I would like to highlight is, in order for us to, as students, to remember who we are, I think it's very important for us to look back at where we come from, to be able to understand the power of serving others. So thank you to Dr. Imtiaz for that. Now, during the academic and personal journey of TSIBA students, the one thing that has always been unique to TSIBA is our students' purpose statements, right? So, which will be displayed on the screen, but as we now welcome our Dean, Dr. Peter Ayuk, to officially confer the degrees, diplomas, and certificates.
Members of the Academic Advisory Committee of TSIBA Business School, led by Professor Mil Soko in absentia, council, trustees, colleagues, on behalf of the academic department of TSIBA Education, I hereby declare that the candidates who will graduate today have met all the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration or the higher certificate in business administration as accredited by the Council on Higher Education and registered on the National Qualifications Framework by the South African Qualifications Authority. I therefore invite the CEO and principal of TSIBA Business School, Dr. Rudy Kimi, and I request that the higher certificates and degrees be conferred upon this graduandi. I thank you. Well, that's an important permission that I needed, and therefore section A of the test is now completed. And we move on to part B. Part B is a unique kind of multiple choice test, but there's only one option, and the answer is yes. And therefore, I'll put the question to you, graduandi, as I say. Graduandi, we request you to maintain the rights and privileges of TSIBA education and to endeavor at all times to uphold its dignity. Did we all hear that? No. All right, I take it as a yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'll therefore invite our Miss Cindy Krawe. Please come to the podium and invite the graduandi to proceed for the conferment of the qualifications, beginning with the higher certificate in business administration.
Graduandi, TSIBA friends and family, we will now confer the higher certificate in business administration with all its associated rights and privileges. Munwara Abdurrahman, cum laude. Muhammad Junaid in absentia. Jihad Adams. Akhona Apleni in absentia. Spencer Aronsa in absentia. Jemima Asopo. Muhammad Yusuf Blake in absentia. Keisha Daniela Blanche, cum laude in absentia. Muhammad Ziad Bush. Kotha Daniels. Okay, definitely in absentia. Akhona Patrick Janki in absentia. Joshua Cameron Dias, cum laude in absentia. Kelsey Lisa Fabing. Fadwa Fatah, in absentia. Zoe Phoebe Fisher. Brittany Gordon, in absentia. Ibdasham Haywood, cum laude. Imad Hendricks, cum laude, in absentia. Alain Cedric Ineza, cum laude, in absentia. Abdul Muhammad Ishmael, in absentia. Abdul Basir Johnston. Pasetsana Ria Kolokoto, in absentia. Lana Dominic Lowe. Simamkele Lowe. Tsepiso Mabaso. Lihle Silindile Madonsela, in absentia. Aisha Majal. Dizzy Lastel Manzandi Malanda. Lilita Matibe, cum laude. Siyamthanda Matola. Molati Simelane in absentia. Aisha Noor Muhammad. Kopano Boitumelo JR Mohapi. Rafik Musa in absentia. Aphendule Nkolaseli. Yusri Nelson in absentia. Tyrese Nichols. Karabo Theo Ntimba. Sihle Ntwenca. Caitlin Jill Peters cum laude. Watibe Pondo in absentia. Robert Michael Roder. Andisiwe Sandi. Nokubonga Corinne Sitwebu. Yamkela Siotula. Siyamkela siyothula. Zakira Suleiman. Sergio Sullivan, cum laude in absentia. Zianda Toba. Kezia Astrid Chloe van Rooyen. Owam Wulana in absentia. Ziyanda Pakeka in absentia. Someleze Yengwa, cum laude. This concludes the conferment of the Higher Certificate in Business Administration. We will now confer the degree of Bachelor's in Business Administration with all its associated rights and privileges. Graduandi, you will start with Dr. Ayuk. He will put on your sash, and then you will come to Dr. Kimi. He will doff you. We're starting with Muhammad Tawfiq Adams. Musina Adams. Leslie Bentham. John Frederick Bezuidenhout. Michaela Sylvia Collins. Bogan Davids. Siphokuhle Dila. Andries Ati Jacobu. Tony Pumlani Gozongo. Buhle Qola. Khadija Isaacs, Jansita Alicia Jacobs, Clayton Noah Jardine, Marcelo Johnnies, Wandisa Philippa Kakaza, Siphumelele Koyana, Angelo Lee Lekay, Felicia Eleanor Lekay, Howell John Lekay. Lebohang Lekoba. Zulfa Low. Muhammad Mujahid Lucas in absentia. Lungelwa Theodora Luke. Mandilakhe Lungile. Mkhonto Bridgman Mafanya. Marisa Avile Mau. Thembelani Mayekiso. Yazid Meyer. Lonwabo Harris Mfanta. Sivile Mini. Yonela Siposethu Msuthu. Helisa Nesi. Tabang Patrick Nomkila. Rizka Nordin. Siphokazi Ntshingana. Rais Peffer. Astrid Marlene Richtenberg. Ibrahim Phillips. Dorian Brent Ruan Samuels. Busiswa Sibozo. Avuyile Sopazi. Abdurrahman Stemet, Joylyn Priscilla van Aarde, Mishka Williams, Thank you, everyone. Now that concludes the conferment of the bachelor's degree in business administration.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Now let's give a massive round of applause to our 2022 graduates. I'm not sure if you were able to see on the screen the students' personal statements, but it would be really great for you to actually go through the recording. Some very powerful statements there. It may be hard to believe, but TSIBA's graduates finishing their study journey at TSIBA is a bittersweet experience. It may be the end of being part of a close-knit, supportive, campus community focusing on learning and growing. But it is also exciting as it is the beginning of a new journey. You are not losing this community, but gaining another one. You are about to become part of a new professional family, the TSIBA Alumni Society. Now, I would like to invite the Academic Dean, Dr. Peter Ayuk, to say a few words.
Thank you, Program Director. So we are probably 2 or 3 rides away from concluding today's occasion. We've just listened to, I believe, 4 very profound speeches from someone I regard as a mother of TSIBA and 3 wise men. So thank you for that, and I'll urge all of you to really, that's something that you need to keep. Luckily, it's being recorded and it will be available online, and you can always access it because there will be times when you will need to revisit the kind of profound sentiments which is got from them. I just want to echo what they have said already in saying congratulations once more for this well-deserved achievement. By achieving this milestone, you not only affirm your own capabilities, but you also inspire those around you. Now to the HCBA graduandi, soon to be graduates, I believe this is only the starter in what could be a 5-course meal. ending up in a red gown and perhaps some darker shade of red like I'm wearing. I want to thank you, and I know that at least 80% of you graduating with the HCBA today are continuing with the BBA here at TSIBA Business School. So thank you for that vote of confidence. And I invite you that will continue to journey together in the revolution that is happening here at TSIBA together. To the BBA graduates, it's now time, for your learning efforts to translate into impact. We also look forward to welcoming you to the postgraduate diploma in business administration and subsequently to even higher qualifications here at TSIBA Business School. And to all of you, the scripture says, go forth and multiply. From the business school, we say, go forth and be profitable entrepreneurs. And then come back and invest in the future of those generations that will come after you. Thank you. We're now going to move on to a very important aspect, because all the others are equally important. And we're celebrating today an achievement, everyone in the room, especially the graduandi, but would like to invite all of you. Can I request all the graduandi to please stand? Now, just make sure that before I make the next request, that your tassel is currently on your right-hand side. On the right, right? Just make sure that it's on your right. All right, dear graduandi, today you have officially transitioned from being students into being graduates. This is a significant rite of passage, as is done in graduation ceremonies all over the world. I invite you, therefore, to turn your tassels from the right to the left. We are proud to welcome you into the community of TSIBA alumni. We will follow your success with interest, with delight, and with trust that you will continue to pay it forward to others long into the future. Once again, TSIBA is honored to, can I ask you to please sit down? Thank you. Thank you. We'll now move to the individual awards. Everybody who is celebrating today has achieved. But there are two that have distinguished themselves. And we want to use the honor of two members of the TSIBA community, one who has passed into eternity and one who is still with us, to express our appreciation for the great achievements that they've done. So we're honored to announce the presentation of the annual Graham Lashbrook Prize. This is the second such award since its inception last year. Graham was a co-founder of TSIBA, a pathfinder, a leading light in the wisdom of balance and the shared joy of living. Graham has left a legacy that will forever live in this institution. Graham's passion for sharing and imparting knowledge, for inclusion, and for social justice provided a firm foundation for an integral part that he played in the founding vision of our institution. Onto this foundation was built the pillar of Graham's absolute belief in education as a conduit to a better future. In honor of his legacy, The annual Graham Lashbrook Prize is awarded to the TSIBA graduate who has achieved academic excellence in entrepreneurship and leadership, which Graham always thought were imperative for holistic business education. Academic excellence to this award is defined by being in the top 5 within these subjects in the last 2 years of the BBA program. In addition, the awardee would have lived the values of positivity, optimism, being proactive, determination, and perseverance, values that represent Graham's personality. The Graham Lashbrook Prize acknowledges the quest for academic excellence of such TSIBA graduate and the knowledge that these key values will remain embedded within the institution. Prize is accompanied by, guess what? 10,000 Rand. To the latest graduates in town, I have the singular honor and privilege to announce that the winner of the 2022 Graham Lashbrook Prize is Mr. Lungile Mandilaka. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Can I ask you to please just wait for a moment? Because I can sense that you feel incomplete. The second award to be bestowed upon the deserving graduate this year is in honor of our immediate past board chairperson, Professor Fatima Abrahams. As many will be aware, Professor Abraham served the TSIBA Education Board as chairperson since its inception in 2004, guiding the institution with great care, wisdom, and love until last year. Through Fatima's 17 years as a chair, our institution grew from very humble beginnings through the first cohort of BBA graduates who were capped in 2008. To the TSIBA Business School it is today with over 600 students. In fact, to be specific, 698 students as at Friday, yesterday. In addition, and in subsequent years, TSIBA has graduated over 500 BBA graduates, almost all of whom Professor Abrahams personally capped through her 18 years of selfless service to the institution. Through her tenure, TSIBA has also proudly confirmed 8 Mandela Rhodes Scholars and witnessed almost all TSIBA graduates go on to become active economic citizens. To honor this immense legacy and to inspire the future business leaders, TSIBA will present the inaugural annual Professor Fatima Abrahams Award this year. The award is presented annually to academically strong female students or graduates who, in addition to exceptional academic performance, also embody values that represent what Professor Abraham stands for. Values which include empathy, resilience, courage, and determination to serve the community. The annual Professor Abrahams Award thus acknowledges the quest for academic excellence of such TSIBA graduate and acknowledges that key values that she holds will remain embedded in the TSIBA graduate community. The award also has a financial value of 10,000 Rand. Distinguished graduates, the winner of the inaugural Fatima Abrahams Award is Umelele Koyana.
Congratulations to our winners. And a big thank you to our board members, our donors, our volunteers, friends and family of TSIBA, but most importantly, to the TSIBA staff. Without your resilience, passion, and commitment to us as students, yes, us, this would not be possible today. So thank you very much. A big round of applause to our TSIBA staff. Thank you. Thank you. Sadly, the time has come to close the ceremony. We will ask the members of the audience to rise in the singing of the national anthem.
Kosi sikeleli Afrika, malupagani supondolwayo, izwa imitanda zoyetu. Kosi sikelela tina lusapolwayo, murena buluka sejaba sa Yesu, ufedi sedintwale matwenye, usibuluke si chabasa, Yesu si chabasa, South Africa, South Africa. Die blauw van onze hemel, uit die diepte van ons zee, oor ons eeuwige gebergtes, waar die kranse antwoord gee. Sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa.
Thank you, thank you. Please remain standing while Dr. Kimi closes the proceedings, after which the graduates and the academic precision will proceed out of the hall.
Thank you very much, Ziyeka. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, I declare this congregation finally dissolved. Thank you very much.
That the wind has blown away. Oh, it's only you that remains with me, clear as the light of day. Osieza, Osieza, sizofika webaba noma. Osieza, Osieza, siyakudla nomhlaba, siyawela naphesheya kulezo ntaba zemnyama. Lapha sobheka phansi konke kuhlupheka. A punch-drunk man in a downtown bar takes a beating without making a sound. Through swollen eyes, he sways and he smiles, 'cause no one can put him down. Inside him, a boy looks up to his father for a sign or an approving